Yo, shout out to the Most High. The top of the highest, even our lower status, LDs, also known Lawrence the One. For another episode, I need to know with my special guest. Introduce yourself.
Yowda, man. We in the building. You already know what to do, man. Bay Area, what's happening?
For sure. What's up, Yowda?
Man, chilling, man, chilling.
When you meet white people, do they say your name is Yowda first?
They be like Yowda or Yoda. Some people be like Yoda. And I be like, there's a whole W in there. You feel me?
For
like,
sure.
Yeah.
So I like to ask all my guests this from the beginning. How did you get your name?
That's my dad's name, Yowda Ray.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And was that ever your second name? Like, was that your first name coming into the game?
Well, when I was young, you know, I tried to name myself a whole bunch of shit, but everybody was just like, nah. I think I tried. When I was young, I tried to call myself Dog Hog, Strict 9, what else I called myself? I had a whole bunch of bullshit ass niggas was like, nah. But
you know you gotta go through some of them.
Yeah, but nobody ever called me none of that shit either though. Everybody like, man, what's up, Yowda? You feel me?
Hey, it's like, you know, that shit is like a pan that ain't Teflon. It just didn't stick.
Yeah, it didn't stick at all.
So where you coming from, man?
Out of Vegas, you know what I'm saying? I'm originally from Reno, but Las Vegas is home, you know what I'm saying? Stomping grounds and shit.
Okay, well, I don't personally know any rappers from that area, so tell me about the landscape, what it's like. I want to talk about gang violence and everything.
Gang violence, man. We got Bloods, Crips, Gersons. Gersons wear green.
Gersons?
Gerson Parks. They wear green out there, yeah. You affiliated right now. You affiliated. Yeah, but you know, Bloods, Crips, Gersons, West Coast gangbang activity, you know what I'm saying? How that go. Reno kind of like the same things. There's a lot of beef with Mexican Serenos, you know, stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? A lot of pen politics falling to the streets.
Gotcha.
So.
And are Gersons, are they its own set or they?
No, they by themselves. They beef with anybody, you know what I'm saying? So
gotcha.
They do their thing. They cool. Some people, they cool. Some of them, they ain't.
Gotcha. So was it hard to actually maintain, like, dream to have a rap career and all that?
Nah. Once I started and got in, you know what I'm saying, it was pretty much what it was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the hardest part was trying to get myself up out of the streets because I was always 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You know what I'm saying? So the hardest part was trying to really like shift over here and leave this stuff alone.
Okay. Well, I always talk about the beginning of the hip hop experience for you. When did that actually start? What age?
As far as just me playing around rapping or actually getting down.
Well, I always
as a kid, I used to, you know, play around all the time. And then I started rapping because I lost a bet.
You lost the bet?
I lost the bet.
Well, you know I'm going to ask the prompting questions. Please expound on that.
Yeah. Yeah, I lost the bet. The homie had bet me he was finna buy a Lamborghini. And I was like, man, he ain't gonna buy no Lambo. So he had a CD that got stuck in his car. So he was like, man, if I get a Lambo, you know what I'm saying, you make a CD. I was like, yeah, all right. I mixtape or whatever. So 6 months later, that nigga pulled up in there and was like, come on, man. I went to the studio, and then my first mixtape fell in the hands of Ross, and it's been over ever since.
You know what? I want you to expound on that. How was that? Tell me about the call. Tell me about everything.
Oh, man, it was. You know, first the homie was like, hey, man, I got so-and-so in the car. He want to talk to you. I was in Atlanta on some trap shit, so he was like, man, get off my phone, my nigga. You know, I hung up on the nigga.
Yeah.
He called me back. Like, man, I'm serious. I said, bro, get off my phone, bro. Hung up on niggas. Like, man, you owe me that. When I get here, I need that fade, man. You playing. This nigga in the car. I'm like, man, I ain't trying to hear none of that. Bye. You know what I'm saying? So he came back in town, and then, shit, we've been rocking. Everything been smooth.
So you was on Maybach Music?
Yeah, I'm still under them as far as management goes.
Okay, for sure. Talk about your trip. You know what I'm saying? How was it on Maybach Music? Some of the artists that you actually work with and the leverage that you got from being over there.
It was kind of like a gift and a curse. I worked with a lot of art, man. I got songs with everybody for real. Like my catalog is extensive. I got over 500 songs on all platforms. 118 videos on YouTube, some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I done worked with a bunch of people. You know what I'm saying? All over. As far as the gift and the curse goes, a lot of people didn't know I was still independent. So it was a lot of situations I wasn't offered because people thought I already had a lot of stuff established and going on because of who I was affiliated with.
Explain that to me. Break that down for
well, I had, like,
people at home.
Like in the last maybe 3-4 years, I've had like different offers and been in different offices with labels and stuff. And a lot of them was like, man, we'd have been fucked with you, but we thought that you had something going on over here because, you know, the look, you know what I'm saying? Nigga pull up, he heavy, you know what I'm saying? Driving nice cars, and, you know, Fat Boy come through, he fuck with me real tough. And, you know, I got a bunch of songs with him. So it was like, they figured it was already established and everything. They didn't know I was independent.
Gotcha. So it's kind of like, say, like if I'm sitting up there and I'm always with a chick, always with this chick, always with this chick, chicks be like, man, I thought you had a broad. You always with baby. You know, and fucking with me, of course she's a dime. You know what I'm saying? Okay, for sure, man.
That's how that was. So, yeah.
What is your biggest song to date?
Probably the one with YG, I believe. Oh, that's how it goes. Or no, I got a song with Kevin Gates. As a matter of fact, that shit it's still doing like a lot of numbers. Yeah, I got a song with Kevin Gates that's still like doing a whole bunch of numbers.
And what is your creating process like? Do you need to hear the beat first, or you just good in the studio? I mean, what's going down?
I just get in there and say play some beats, and whichever one just grab me, I go in the booth and just kind of like freestyle it. Just go in there and punch in a whole bunch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, so just whatever grabbed me while I'm in there.
And everybody got influences. Who are some of the people that influenced you when you was younger?
Man, I don't know, because I kind of was listening to a little bit of everybody from the West End and the East Coast. You feel me? So it was kind of like all the way around. It was just the music, the vibe. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, heavy West Coast influence, but, you know, Nas was my favorite artist for a long time. Still is, though. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like anything that talked about anything that I was doing or had going on, I just felt like was that. You feel me?
You know what's funny, though? Because Nas is one of my favorite artists. He's in my top 3, really.
Yeah, me too.
It's Nas or Tupac. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I want to ask you. It was written by Nas or Machiavelli by Tupac?
It was written because it came first. And I feel like that might have influenced Pac to go a little more harder than he did.
It did.
So yeah, so that's saying that influenced more than just me. It influenced that part of hip hop too. So yeah, I got to go with that.
You know, the Outlaws was talking about the making of Machiavelli, right? Mm-hmm. If I remember correctly, Nas got a gun song called "I Gave You Power," where he is the gun. That's influenced Tupac on Machiavelli to do not me against the world, me and my girlfriend.
See, yeah, so yeah.
That
stamp it even more for me.
But I like both of them, though. I like both of them.
It was a different time.
Was it?
Well, I mean, as far as, you know, who put out what first, and then, like, you know, came around to, you know what I'm saying?
You know what's so funny about that midpoint? Okay. Matter of fact, I'm going to ask you this question.
What about Stillmatic?
What about it? It's probably the third or the fourth best Nas album.
Third or fourth?
Third or fourth. Illmatic is the best.
Okay.
Then it was written.
Yeah, I give you that. Third or fourth. I give you third.
Yeah, Stillmatic. And then they say some of this King Disease. I ain't heard a lot of the King Disease.
It's dope.
Yeah.
It's dope. I wouldn't put it up there with them, though, but it's dope.
Yeah, I heard because that's we talking about 25, 30 years later.
Yeah.
Nas still got bars.
Yeah.
Super.
What I do, too, is I listen to niggas from then now and see how much relevance it still got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I had my son in the car one time and I was bumping to my casket drop by Sibo. And
shout out to Bo.
Them little niggas was bobbing their head. I'm like, what the fuck is this nigga bobbing his head?
we was just talking about this. I said I went to a Sibo and Spice One concert. Yeah. And, you know, I'm in my 40s and stuff like that. So I said, yeah, the cool part about this is that when they were younger and I was young, I would never go to a Sibo and Spice One concert because this shit would have been too dangerous. Yeah. You know, but now we like this. Palms itching, birds in the kitchen, hoping that the federal leaves don't raid. We just went to a Spice One and Sibo. Man, shout out to Sibo, one of the most underrated rappers too. He's definitely in my top, I would say 10. I just put him on my top 10 list.
Yeah, especially for the West Coast, yeah.
Who would you say is the most underrated 5 rappers of all time?
Man, my list probably be all West Coast for real.
Really?
Yeah. You know, being from over this way, we don't get a lot of, especially like, you know, Northern Cali don't get as much shine as I think they should everywhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For sure. Like, I don't know, because when niggas had it, they had it. Like, Keek had it for sure. Dre had it for sure. Short kind of got out there, but, you know, 40 for sure. Like, come on, man, these motherfuckers. 40 was damn near changing lingo for.
Oh, for sure.
For everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So it's a lot, man. Mostly up here up north though, yeah.
When you think about underrated rappers,
yeah.
My number one on that list got to be Kool G Rap though.
You think so? Well, I never really. I wasn't too much. I can't recite too much of Kool G though.
Yeah, I think Kool G Rap got to be number one because he's from that same. He from that same school with Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, Slick Rick, KRS-One. He the one that they talk about because he's a rapper's rapper, but that a lot of people might not talk about. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're a rapper's rapper, you really be for the other rappers and hip hop enthusiasts, but then the whole world really kind of like, I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? Because it may be too much for him.
Yeah.
Like that's what makes Tupac so raw is because he's for other rappers, but you don't even have to like rap to like Tupac.
Yeah, off top.
Who don't like Dear Mama?
Yeah, that's a classic. It's always gonna be played on Mother's Day and stuff like that. You know?
For sure. Because Tupac will put out a song that actually have legs. You know what I'm saying?
Off top, yeah.
For sure. So earlier you was telling me that you was in the film and movies and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've been in a couple movies. Paper Heart, Get Paid, Indictment, First Lady 3. I was on Empire. I did a couple things on Empire, shit like that.
Oh, so you got a cool little catalog.
Yeah, man.
Matter of fact, I'm going to stop saying that. You got a catalog. I'm tired of, you got a cool little. It ain't.
You go to Amazon, you type my name in, you ain't got to type the movie, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
So you proud of you?
Yeah, off top. I love me, man.
Come on, man.
I love what I'm doing, too.
For sure, man. Talk about some of that pen time and what that was actually like, man.
Most of my prison time was out here in California. I think a lot of people, because, you know, I go to LA and come out here and I'm really tied in with a lot of people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And,
you know, a lot of people from, you know, other places, just even Vegas or something, can't really do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's because of my prison time. I did 5 years at a max prison, and I was locked in, man. Niggas felt my I don't want to say my gangster, but my holding myself down type shit. You know what I'm saying? Being the only motherfucker from where I'm from to be in something like that. You know what I'm saying? So it was a blessing. You know what I'm saying? All the way around, taught me some things, and when I came home, it put me in some positions that I needed to be in around the right people.
Gotcha. Yeah. And as far as like you're independent now, right?
Yeah.
How did you learn some? Like, what are some of the things that you actually learned from being on Maybach Music from Ross on how to run a company?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I didn't study so much, just being around certain people. The most thing is it's business. It's just business. At the end of the day, man, it's just business, man. These niggas, these rappers, man, they only thing they owe you is a verse. After that verse, man, you don't know what kind of nigga this might be. You know what I'm saying? For real. Like, it's just business,
hey,
man.
You know what?
And you got to keep it like that.
Talk to me real quick like I'm a 5-year-old. Break that down and make it in layman's term.
Brother, Big Block. Shout out to Big Block. You know, Big Block controls a lot of the music. It came out of Atlanta and down south.
You said Big Block?
Big Block. Yeah, that's his name. You know, he had his hands in putting out Jeezy, a lot of rappers, you know what I'm saying, from down south. I fuck with this nigga real tough. It's my dog. I talk to him at least once every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? He's put me in a lot of positions too. He told me one day, he said, man, Yowda, come here. So, you know, we talking in Ross' backyard. He say, you a real nigga, man. I was like, for sure. Like, okay. You know
yeah.
Like,
hey, look.
I'm just like, but I'm like, okay, what that mean? You know what I'm saying? So he's like, man, you know, I fuck with you because you a real nigga, man. You know, you got that street shit down pat as far as your mentality and how you living and shit. I was like, yeah. He said, you want to make it in this game? I said, of course. He said, forget about all that. I said, what? He said, all that loyalty, all the morals, all that shit, don't expect none of that from nobody else. And you'll be all right. Because right now you expecting people to do and act how you are. And ain't none of them came from that. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And it's real, though, because, you know what I'm saying, it's only a small percentage of people that's really, you know what I'm saying, that's came from anything I could talk about. I done been in studios with niggas that kill niggas on every song that's, you know what I'm saying, millionaires, and we talk about jail time, and they like, how'd you do that? I'm like, what you mean, how, nigga? Like, you feel me? Like, You know what I'm saying? Shit like that, or speaking about certain shit. And what I've learned is to not speak about certain shit because it scares people away.
You think?
Yeah. I done been in studio sessions, homies sitting there with pistols out and everything. Niggas are come in there and just walk out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, they feel uncomfortable, but I'm like, well, these niggas here for art protection, bro. Like,
Yeah.
they not for anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like that, but they don't understand that because and then me being who I am, I see a bunch of guns or something. I walk in any studio, I don't be tripping, and that's done me some good. But then at the same time, that mentality is kind of like. It's kind of like a double-edged sword. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? When a motherfucker see guns around, a motherfucker supposed to think something a little bit, but that's your protection or whatever.
Yeah. So like especially especially when I'm in Atlanta or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I walk into a studio and everybody got a gun. I'm just like, sometimes the niggas afterwards be like, man, you hella comfortable in here. I'm like, yeah. I ain't worried about that. Like I'm worried about police when I leave this motherfucker.
Come on, man.
Up in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's been like a double-edged sword, but you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I've been blessed all the way through, so.
For sure.
I'm fucking with it.
Man, that's dope, man. Can I ask you the question of the week, though? Because this question is a hot question that I just came up with this week.
Come on.
Does Kim Kardashian deserve a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame?
No, I don't think she deserves nothing personally. She ain't no talent there or nothing, bro.
You know what's crazy? I think she do.
Why?
For the simple fact that she executive produced Keeping Up with the Kardashians, which was on 15 years. She's a lawyer. She works in the criminal justice system, getting people out of jail, and she finessed her way to $1 billion. Hold on, real quick. And she finessed her way to $1 billion, and she gives 10% of the money that she make to charities and organizations. That bitch is the GOAT.
Well, that 10% comes so she ain't got to pay so much taxes. I feel like that's why she did that. If she could keep that money to herself, she'd keep it. When you get to a certain income, you got to spend a certain amount of money, or they're gonna take it.
Well, it's still though.
So yeah.
I mean, you still got to count it though.
Yeah.
I mean, what about?
I just don't. You know what I'm saying?
What about getting people out of jail? She don't got to do that.
Nah, she don't. But it's a good look. I mean, now that she, her.
Think about if
her dad or her mom.
Her dad.
Okay.
Think about if you was in jail for doing 20 years and Kim K came and got you. You would say,
I would love it.
Yeah,
I would love it. I mean, I'm a commender for that, but the stars is for a talent. That's not a talent.
Well, it's also for producers, and she executive produced Keeping Up with the Kardashians too.
I know a lot of shout out Marcus Sidoti. You know what I'm saying? He get a lot of niggas out of jail. I think he deserves a star more than her.
Okay.
That's my dog right there. I had to shoot.
Well, you got, man, hey, what's his name?
Marcus Sidoti, man.
Say it one more time.
Marcus Sidoti.
Come on now.
Yeah, that's my dog.
Motherfucker gave that motherfucker some shine on the platform. You know what I'm saying?
He deserves a star more than anybody.
Hey, watch this. Hey, look, if you ever in trouble, call my man, Marcus Sidoti.
You already know, man. Big time federal lawyer, man. That's my dog. So, yeah, I think he deserves a star more than her. But, nah, I mean, I'm not too familiar with everything she do, so all the executive producing and stuff, I didn't really know that. But in my opinion, though, like a lot of this charity work and stuff like that, I feel like that just comes from being a good human being.
Yeah,
you get blessed with stuff, you got to give some blessings.
Definitely.
So we can't. I can't talk about every time I give a bum some money. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Even though it's different levels to it, but I'm just comparing it to that. Like I'm not gonna be like.
Well, you know what? I'm glad you said that because I'm an empath. You know what I'm saying? I try to put my shoes on somebody else, right?
Mm-hmm.
Always look at the person like I look at the giver who gave, but I also look at the person that received it.
I do too because in my eyes, I'm always like, what did you do to get there?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, at this point in my life, if everything just fell all the way flat, I got 2 handfuls of niggas I could call that would love to do a favor for me. You know what I'm saying?
2 handfuls?
2 handfuls, guaranteed.
Can I say something? You are truly blessed.
Yeah, 2 handfuls. You know what I'm saying? But, most of the people I'm around, I've had around over 10 years.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? I don't really got no new friends or nothing like that. So everybody didn't know me from, you know what I'm saying? At least, I think at least 10 years. That's the newest friend I got maybe is 10 years ago. That's
dope. You know what I'm saying? You know what, my god brother, he's like my mentor. He says, Lawrence, time though does not make you a friend.
It don't.
Although it gives you more of an opportunity to be one.
Yeah. Nah, you can meet somebody tomorrow. You got more of a connection with than some of the niggas but you know what I'm saying? I'm blessed to be an opportunity to everybody I didn't have around. We had a connection out the gate anyway.
Dope.
So we was already, it's like when we connected, okay, we niggas, it's my nigga. and it just lasted like that.
You know what I want to say to you? You my nigga. Check this out, though. I always say this, that people are like ATM machines. People are either making withdrawals or deposits in you. The people that make withdrawals are people that, hey, man, what can you do for me? What can you do for me? Or I need.
Well, the thing, I'm here to be used. Just don't misuse me.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm your homeboy. You use me. I'm your homie. You know what I'm saying? Don't misuse me. You know what I'm saying? Because once I'm misused, then it's like, okay, we wasn't friends.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, I was going to say, being an ATM machine, do you find people taking more withdrawals and deposits?
Sometimes I find myself maybe even giving an extra 20 or two every now and then.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I got to check myself on that. Like, sometimes you got to be like, okay, let's sit back and let these people try to do a little bit on their own.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I've had myself in that positions a bunch of times.
Who are some of the people that you just want to give a shout out for making deposits in your life?
Shoot, all the homies, shit, everybody in my call log, for real.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, I got a list, man. Like, shit, this nigga right here, a lot of the homies, man. I don't want to say a couple niggas I ain't supposed to be around because I'm on probation, but.
Okay. You know, if they know, they know.
Anybody that's talked to me on the phone in the last week, man, they know what's in it.
Man, talk about the relationship, man, with you and your manager, man.
This is my boy right here.
That's him, right? Yeah, what's up, man?
Yeah. Man, this my dog, man. I've been knowing him since I was a kid, bro. Like, before I was even able to even go to the county.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he went away for a minute. He went away for a long minute and came home, and, you know, we started rocking.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you own any businesses?
Nah, just rapping right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a few things going on, but if you're not passionate about something, it don't really work.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And I caught myself opening up a couple of things that just, and after about 90 days or something, it's like, man, even the trucking shit, I had bought a semi, and it was more of a headache than anything. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, man, who wants this motherfucker?
Pick a number 1 through 12.
12.
12?
Yeah.
When you was in 12th grade, what did you think that you'd be doing today?
I was locked up in 12th grade.
Wow.
So, yeah. Yeah, my 12th grade year, I was locked up.
Or should I say, yow?
Yeah, I was locked up. I graduated at the juvenile camp. So, yeah, I really wasn't thinking about it. I really wasn't thinking about nothing past 21, 22 for real at the time.
When you say you wasn't thinking about nothing past 21, 22, are you talking about living itself or just period?
Just living the path I was on was a fucked up path. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wasn't tripping about nothing, so it was like, it is what it is.
So when did you get this great awakening?
Probably this last case I got. This last case, I'm on probation for a marijuana case right now. And I really didn't have nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
And because of my past history and I beat a lot of cases or whatever, they kind of like stuck it with me. I was the only one on a case that wasn't on wiretap or got caught with any money or drugs, and it was a 6-year investigation.
Wow.
Yeah. So but me being facing a rapper and, you know, saying certain shit I say in songs, that kind of like threw me in there. And it separated me from everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I had time to really think to myself. And once I got to know myself and shit, it was like, God damn.
Yeah.
And let me get my shit together.
You know what you said is something very, very powerful, right? It was like about 5 years ago, right? I was going through a lot, right? A whole bunch, you know, separation, trying to figure it out, drinking too much, partying, drugs and shit like that. And on the way to me stopping, I had a lot of motherfucking time to think.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Everything happened for a reason. I think that's why it happened. It like took me away from everything. And then it was like, because on the pace I was going, I was always into something. You know what I'm saying? I had no time to myself ever. Yeah. Then when I finally got some time to myself, it was like, okay, let me regroup on all this and figure out what I really want, what I'm going to do instead of, you know what I'm saying, living out here reckless. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because sometimes you got to step back and do some self-inventory. Off top. And I hadn't done that since I've been out of prison. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And I had been out of prison a very long time. I'm not one of the niggas that go to jail a lot. So, I was out for a long time, and, you know, every day you out. My lawyer told me something real smooth, man. He was like, listen, if you live every day, he said, I don't care what you're doing, but live every day like you know the feds is watching you, you'll never go to jail. That's true. Yeah, he said, you walk out my office right now, I want you to pretend like the feds is on you, and you'll never go to jail. You know what I'm saying? When he told me that, I was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? That was crazy because he was like, man, if you know the feds on you, you really going to be super. If you're doing something, you're going to be super duper careful. You know what I'm saying? All that, or you ain't going to do it. He said, you know, you get out here, once you bust a move 2, 3, 4, you get comfortable doing whatever, and then, you know, you lose track of really what you're doing. You start living like everything is legal, and it ain't.
You know what? I'm glad you said that because I was working this customer service retail job and I was acting like the motherfuckers was watching me because they was all Filipinos, right? I'm thinking, damn, how the fuck I get customer service of the motherfucking month? I only been there a week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, if they gonna look, I'm finna get these motherfuckers something to look at.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's real though. So yeah, that was a time to myself. It really helped me think about some stuff and like get some stuff in order.
How do you actually balance family life with music life?
I just do, man. I work a lot, you know what I'm saying? My little dude, you know, I fuck with him as much as possible just because he's at that age now where a nigga got to be on him a little bit, you know.
Is he 4, 5, 13?
15.
Oh, 15, yeah. So he looking at everything.
Yeah, for sure. That's another reason. It's like, all right, I got to, you know what I'm saying? I don't
One?
want this nigga. Yeah.
Oh, one, that's cool.
Yeah. I don't want this nigga to think certain shit is cool. You feel me?
Yeah.
So yeah, I be on him. But other than that, man, it's just I just work and I just do it. I don't know. It seems like it's hard, but it ain't. Just prioritize. I don't be on no bullshit. So it's like if you just handle your business, you just handle your business.
Yeah.
You know, I don't smoke, I don't drink. I don't
That's
go
cool.
out unless I get booked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't get off the couch really unless it's about some money.
You said something that I want to shed light on. You know what I'm saying? You said you don't smoke and drink.
No, I don't smoke or drink.
Have you ever been a smoker or a drinker?
I've never been a smoker. I used to drink though.
Talk about your departure with alcohol.
I used to drink. Well, I stopped drinking liquor and started getting on lean real tough. And then lean wasn't no good for me, man. I was an asshole. You feel me? So when Ramadan came around, I do Ramadan every year, and I quit drinking the lean. And then when Ramadan was over, I had drank some lean, and that shit made me sick.
Okay.
And I was like, man, I ain't fucking with this shit no more. I just quit.
Are you a Muslim?
Yeah.
Okay. How long you been practicing?
98, 99. Something like that, 98, 99.
So you Orthodox Muslim, right? Or you Black Muslim? Like Farrakhan and them?
No, I'm definitely not a fruit. Not like that, but you feel
Fruit
me?
Islam.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't want to get canceled.
Yeah. No, did you say I'm your bruh? You know I'm out that shit up. You mean Fruit Islam. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I basically practice a lot of Islam. I don't know about Muslim in general just because of the discipline and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I can't really say I'm doing you know what I'm saying? I ain't really in it like I'm supposed to be, like, you know what I'm saying? But I do what I need to do to survive and get my blessings.
I mean, it's baby steps to everything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's baby steps, in Allah or God, Yahweh, Jesus.
Same thing.
Knows your heart.
Yeah, off top.
You know what I'm saying?
Off top.
You know what the preacher said to me one time, or he didn't say it to me, but I felt it, so I guess it was for me. He said, you could choose the consequence, but you can't choose the sin. You get what I'm saying?
Mm.
You could do something to somebody. Right, watch it.
No, off top, I feel you 100%. Yeah. Like if I throw a rock and it hits somebody, I can't control how they react to it.
Exactly.
You feel me?
Yeah,
I get that 100%.
Like if Fred fucks Barney's wife, is Barney wrong for stealing his car?
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, he is.
Why? He feel like he stole something more precious. He just getting anything he can that's valuable. You feel me? Yeah, he just getting anything that's valuable, man.
Oh, you motherfuckers is crazy.
He got a ride. He trying to get a ride too. You know what I'm saying? You already know.
Damn, that shit is hella funny. Hey, I want to know something, man. When people say they went to the feds, right? And then some people say they went to state, right? My older brother, I said, man, what's the difference between the feds and the state? He said, state is for broke niggas. And, he was being cocky on me, because he's a New York nigga. What is the difference between the state and the feds, bro?
The levels of crime, I wouldn't necessarily say broke niggas. There's some niggas getting money that's in the state, but I did go to, when I was in the feds, I was in the max facility, so majority of everybody that was in there for some big money or where I was at, violent crimes, federal violent crimes. So you know
gotcha.
What I'm saying? So or any like big dope boy that had bodies on his case. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that. I was in there with a lot of big dope boys.
And
even some from out here. Slow, Lil D. You know what I'm saying? Black. I was locked up with all them niggas.
So, when you got out of jail, right? Mm-hmm. Do you feel like, say like if you weren't you know what I'm saying? Do you feel like that the prison system actually helps people rehabilitate and get reacclimated back into society? In terms of jobs, housing, and things of that nature?
They put people in the halfway houses so they could work and do this. I wasn't eligible for none of that. So when I got out, I had just got out. I wasn't eligible to early release, no halfway house, no nothing like that. But then again, I'm the type of nigga like, I ain't finna go halfway house. Y'all didn't bring me halfway to jail. You know what I'm saying? It was like, you gonna let me go or you gonna keep me here, one or the other. You know what I'm saying?
That remind me of what that pimp said. And when he told his chick to do something, she said, man, I'm only gonna do half of it. He said, bitch, I don't stick half my dick in. Yeah.
You feel me? But yeah, so, but a person gotta be mentally ready themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, sometimes that should be harder for a nigga to get it when he get out. And he feel like, you know, sometimes going back to jail is easy for him. I had some homies tell me that a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of niggas can't handle that pressure and shit like that. But it wasn't really hard for me. I got out moving, man. I had plans. So, yeah.
And who's on your label besides you?
Shit, just homies. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe like 5 homeboys of mine right now that's on it. They ain't, and I'm glad you said they ain't working as hard as they should be. But you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, but nah, I got some partners on my shit. Yeah.
Where they from?
Vegas.
Vegas?
Yeah, all from Vegas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, do you have them like? Do you got some Crips, some Bloods, some?
Yeah, I got it's a variety. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
At one point in time, I had a studio where a lot of people used to come, and the police came over there and felt like it was something going on because I had somebody from every neighborhood over there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, niggas that probably never talk a day in their life, but they was over there fucking around because of the music. You know what I'm saying? And of course, you know, police seen that and thought we was trying to organize some kind of crime thing. It really was just, you know,
organizing some music stuff.
Yeah.
So you got a lot of power to actually bring the streets of Vegas, Reno, together.
I'd say the music has the power.
Okay.
You just got to introduce it to niggas.
Okay.
They got to share a vision.
I like how you said that, man. You said that like you was talking to the motherfucking judge.
Yeah.
For sure, man. So are you on any paperwork right now?
Paperwork? Hell nah.
Okay. So you ain't on probation, nothing like that?
Oh, yeah, I'm on probation. You said paperwork. I was like,
no, hell no. My bad. You know what? I am sorry about that. I forget shit be meaning other shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah. Yeah, I'm on probation right now. I try to get off early. They ain't fucking with me. I got to do 75% of my time, they said, because usually you only got to do half. But I probably got like 2 years left.
Okay. And what is your take on the legalization of marijuana?
Right now, they should have been done and considering that's what my case is about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was your case in Cali?
It was out of California, Nevada, Georgia, Tennessee, Ohio, and South Carolina.
Damn, you Mr. Area Code.
Yeah, it was all those districts. It was all those districts. So mine was my charge was 3,000 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah, and my buddy on there, his was pre-Kev, by the way. His was 10,000 to 12,000 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah,
that was it. So yeah, the legalization of marijuana. I was hoping Biden got in the office to try to change some of that. Maybe my probation would go away, but it didn't happen.
Call up Kim Kardashian.
Yeah. Really, yeah. If it turned federally, if the feds would have endorsed it or whatever, you know, I wouldn't be in the situation I'm in right now. Gotcha. But everything happened for a reason, you know. Yeah. I feel like it was meant for me to have a little leash on me, you know what I'm saying, just to make sure I didn't jump the fence too early.
Yeah. Sometimes life works like that, you know, something just to slow you down just a little bit. Especially if you're used to moving hella fast or something like that.
Yeah, that was my problem always.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, is your son rapping too?
Hell no. Nah.
What is he like? What is he into?
He fuck with basketball. He don't even want to be a rapper.
Okay, is he tight?
Yeah, he good. He good. I don't tell him this the first time he gonna hear it, but you know, usually I'll be like, yeah, all right.
Left hand, right hand, what?
He right hand.
Okay, what position he play?
Point.
Point?
Yeah.
Is he on point?
Yeah, he on point.
What would you say is...
I hope he don't see this either.
But you got to, man.
Yeah, he on point. He on point.
You know,
he definitely. I'm definitely proud of him. You know what I'm saying?
It'd be crazy, like
on his helmet though. Like you, nigga.
Man, you got to though.
Yeah, because he a little cocky motherfucker. Like I ain't gonna lie, that nigga cocky boy. He feel like you know what I'm saying.
What's 15? What is that? I imagine that's like 10th grade or something.
No, well, he in 9th.
Okay.
He finna go to the 10th, yeah. But he a little cocky motherfucker, man.
Is he playing what, JV or something?
He playing freshman ball. He'll probably go to varsity actually.
Okay.
Year.
Is he slamming?
Nah, not yet. But
Okay.
he got a crazy shot.
Okay.
Crazy handles.
Man, that's cool, man. It's always good to be proud of somebody. You know what I'm saying?
He's doing his thing. He's doing
I know when he see this, you know how like a motherfucker be trying to be.
I'm a shadow banner from his phone, man.
You know how like when a motherfucker be knowing somebody giving him a compliment, and they be sitting up there not trying to smile like this.
Yeah, nah, he definitely doing something. I'm proud of that nigga.
Man, that's cool, man. Is it any more kids coming on the way, man?
Man, I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't promise no. I can't promise yeah right now at this moment.
For sure. You married and shit like that?
No, I ain't married.
Okay. So you just doing your thing?
Well, yeah, but you know, I can't. I don't know. There might be a kid or two on the way. Who knows though?
Okay, for sure. You don't rule it out.
Yeah, nah,
you know, one of my partners, that nigga said he about 50 years old. That nigga said he got a baby. I said, damn, nigga, you putting these motherfuckers out like mixtapes.
That nigga funny.
Man, I try to have, you know, I ain't really a journalist. I'm more of a conversationalist.
Yeah, off top. No doubt.
You know, like I just be having a good time.
That shit make it go smooth, man.
Yeah, like I try to separate my thing on my show, right? I try to separate the person from the artist.
You got to, because a lot of people don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that 100%.
You know, because, I mean, everybody raps. You really might have like some dope shit, but you got to be able to do. People are really into characters now.
For sure. A character can get you famous more than talent. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your musical talent, a nigga rap his ass off, but if a motherfucker don't fuck with your character, it's like.
Yeah. Especially now, because I believe that it's better rappers now than there's ever been.
I believe that.
I mean, you could watch a motherfucking commercial with somebody selling Coca-Cola, you be like, damn, that nigga got bars.
Because it's a more of a it's like rap has genres. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And people don't understand that. That's why sometimes people be like, music is fucked up nowadays. I'm like, nah, it's in a better place because you got people backpack, you got gangster rappers, you got motherfuckers doing, you know, anything, and then it's taking a lot of people out of the streets and making the way for a lot of people to have income that probably wouldn't if it wasn't like that.
Yeah.
So niggas got to quit hating.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
And there's something like, I'm just piggybacking on what you said because that was dope. It's something for everybody. You might not like the gangster rap, but we got some backpack rap for you. You don't like that, we got some Christian rap for you. We got some Muslim rap. We got some country rap for you.
Yeah, it's all kind of stuff that you can get into and like, you know, make a way to feed your family and get away from the bull. So you got to respect that, man. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I came up with a question, right, that I want to ask you while we right here, right? Rap song. What do you think is the most well-known rap song of all time? In my mind, I got in my head what it is.
Probably Summertime, Will Smith.
You know what's crazy? I'm glad you said that because that ain't the answer. But I was going to say the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme song.
Well, it's one of that nigga shit. Willie got it going on.
Will is the GOAT, man.
Yeah.
Will is definitely GOAT. Even though the people say that he's corny, right? He's the tightest nigga out of that shit.
Yeah. Like that Summertime will get played. That song is.
Shit is crazy. It came out in 91.
Did it?
Yep.
God.
Or 90, because I remember me being little. I remember me still being little and a virgin. Ironically, coming back from Vegas from a family trip and shit like that. And I was in 8th grade.
Either down there 40 years old.
Yep.
And it's still on the radio right now.
Yep.
His grandchildren gonna get money from that.
Will Smith got 3 hip-hop classics. Parents just don't understand that he got a Grammy for, right? Summertime, another great song, and that Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme song, that shit came out in 1991, and they still play it on TV. 1 time a week minimum for 40 years. 52 times 40, that's hella times. That ain't even include marathons.
Yeah. And he get a little check from all that.
What do you think about when he slapped Chris Rock?
I mean, I think it was a lot of stuff going on in that. So he was just getting his frustration out.
Yeah. Would you say that would you press the he was wrong button or he was right button?
It just been on how he was feeling, man. You can't, like I said, we said earlier, you can't throw a rock and then, like, you know, just because it's a joke don't mean I'm going to think it's funny or take to it. You know what I'm saying? Just because you said it and a lot of people other like, I might not think it's funny. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you want to throw them jokes out there, then sometimes, you know, being a comedian, I'm sure that ain't the first time somebody done said something or somebody done got at him like that. Just comedians in general, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You got to be ready for that backlash when you telling jokes. Gotcha. You know do you think that you could ever do stand-up comedy? Nah. That shit is rough. I've actually done stand-up comedy. Yeah, that shit is rough. That ain't my that ain't my thing, man. And when it comes to performing and stuff like that, is it harder for you to do smaller, intimate areas or bigger arenas? I would say smaller. The big arenas, like when I was on tour and stuff like that, it really was just like you just go. And a lot of times you feed off the energy. Yeah. So if there's a lot of energy in the building, you feed off that. You know what I'm saying? And you're not as self-conscious. When it's a small party, you're more self-conscious about everything because, you know, it's like they can see you. You can see all these eyes on you. With a bigger crowd, it's just like a sea of motherfuckers. Yeah, that's like one organism. Yeah. So have you ever been out the country, right? I've been to Hong Kong, that's it. Did they know exactly who you were when you got there? Nah, we went before I was really into it like that. And this is before, now I can't travel, but this was before all the stuff. So we had went out there and just kicked it, like stuff like that. I took some merch out there, stuff like that to fuck around, but it was cool. Yeah. It was cool. It was a good experience for me to see. Groupies? Just from being even from America, man, let alone when I went to some of them clubs and they found out you be rapping and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just being from America was kind of like, you know, they could tell us from different, like, because Africa's right there. A lot of African niggas go over there and, like, hustle and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But they can definitely tell the difference between you and them. Okay. Yeah. Was it a lot of black women over there when you went? There's a lot of niggas over there, but it wasn't too many sisters and shit like that. It was, but like I said, them niggas was over there hustling. Niggas was trying to get over. Niggas, one of my partners was trying to buy some weed. This African nigga was like, yeah, just get in the cab with me and we're going to go get the weed. I'm like, come on, bro. How many people that work on, my nigga? Like, bring the shit back if you want some money, nigga, or we going to find somebody else. You know what I'm saying? It's like little bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And the way he got at niggas, I was just like, come on, bro. Like, it's a niggas over there hustling, but it's just like, come on, bro. Like, I'm not from one of them. I'm not from that area, bro. I'm from a different area. Don't play with me. And you said that you had merch, right? Yeah. Do you still have merch now? Yeah. If you go on YouTube, like watch any of my videos, it pop up. I got online, you can buy some stuff like that. Yowda t-shirts, Yowda hoodies. Did you bring the host one? Nah, I ain't bring them, man. All right. I'll make sure you get one, though. For sure. You know, I'm out here doing push-ups in a large so I can flex on a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Man, before we get out of here, man, did we cover everything? Yeah, we definitely covered everything. A lot, you know what I'm saying? I got a long story, so if anybody else want to know something else, just listen to the music. Okay, for sure, man. And, I want to know something. Where's your next stop at as far as, like, tour? Man, I leave here. I think the next place I go to is Atlanta. LA, and then I go to Atlanta, and then Miami after that. And then that's about it. And you said that you couldn't leave the country right now, right? No, I can't. Not even for your job? Nah, Man, shout out, man. I had one of my homeboys up in here. He said that all he got to do, that's up to the discretion of the probation officer, right? I'd have to go to court. I'd have to ask my probation officer for permission. Then he'd have to put something in. Then we'd have to go to court, and the judge would have to approve it, and it'd have to be for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They think you might be a flight risk and shit like that, or they got to determine what type of motherfucker. If it's important and shit like that. Because even now, I got an open pass to travel, but I had to go through hell to get that. Okay. Well, show, man. We here, man. Thanks for pulling up, man. And thanks for pulling up on time, bro. Appreciate off top, man. I'm a businessman. You know what I learned, man? I always say this, man. Is that a lot of times when I'm doing my interviews, the successful motherfuckers is always on time. Man, I ain't gonna lie. You know who I got that from? I was in New York, and I was dealing with this. I was at a label. We were having a meeting, and 50 Cent just walked by. And the dude that worked with him, he was like, man, he was supposed to be here at 4:30, and he was there at 4:15, right? I was like, dang, he ain't on rapper time. Dude told me, he said he's never late for anything. I was like, what? You know, this is a long time ago. So he was like, he's never late for nothing. Nothing. I was like, nothing. He's like, no, he's never late for anything.
50.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy though?
So when I thought about that, I was like, man, that's a successful businessman. You know,
for sure.
Yeah, he takes everything serious, and in my mind, it's like, okay, he's taking his time and your time serious.
Of
which
course.
always makes business go better. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like I'm respecting you and your time, you know what I'm saying? We're going to get along just fine.
You know what's crazy, though, man? Shout out to 50. 50 is the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you like, man, this nigga saying a whole bunch of motherfuckers GOAT.
Nah, it's a whole farm, man. The world is a farm.
A motherfucker's a GOAT. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this is what I want to know. I want you to rank these 4 albums in order. Are you ready?
All right.
You got to tell me which one you like from best to worst. Not best to worst, but what you think is 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? The first album is DMX is Dark and Hell is Hot, right? Second one is 400 Degrees, right? Then you got Thug Motivation, and then you got Get Rich or Die Trying. What's 1, 2, 3, and 4?
Man, considering my background where I came from, of course, Thug Motivation would be at the top. You know what I'm saying? I was really trying to get it. Damn, bro. I don't know, man. The Juvie shit is cool, but maybe. Okay, 400 Degrees. What else? DMX and who else?
It's DMX.
That's the last 3.
DMX, 50 Cent.
50.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. When 50 came out, I was locked up, so I really wasn't on it as tough. Matter of fact, damn, that was fucked. I was gonna say when Juvenile came out, I was locked up.
You know what I'm about to say?
Yow! I was gonna say. So whichever one I heard first when I got out, I think was DMX.
Yeah.
Then I might have got on Juvie after that a little late. You know what I'm saying? Then I got where I was at the time when 50 came out. You know, we got to see TVs and shit. So I got on that a little late. But you know, he was more on some gangster shit, which was cool. But I was also getting some money at the same time. And you know, it was some cool gangster shit. But coming from over here, you know what I'm saying? Our gangster music is a little more, you feel me?
Yeah.
In touch. So, you know what I'm saying? 50 will probably be last.
And this is the last question I want to ask you before we get out of here. Talk about something that's actually going on in the rap game as of now that when you were younger, like let's say like 95 to 2000, that wasn't going on, that you'd be like, damn, I never thought the rap would be like that.
Motherfuckers accepting, like, you know, what's not morally sound about, like, you know, the snitching and the telling and doing all that shit. You know, you used to have to be a real stand-up dude. Hip-hop was a real, when I was growing up and just listening to the rappers and, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, them niggas had to really be what it was, you know what I'm saying? Now it don't. And it's kind of like the authenticity's gotten took out because of that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though I don't want niggas to be out there doing that, but then, you know, if you're talented, rap about anything. Don't rap about some stuff that you really don't have no idea what's going on. Yeah. That's just my personal opinion. Even though I like a lot of shit. It's a lot of niggas I probably listen to ain't never done nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. But that's the difference between now and then.
Yeah, yeah. The authenticity.
Yeah. And rappers is like a dime a dozen right now. You can, you know, back then if you ran into, like how you said, Spice One or Sibo, back then if you ran into them, you might not even know what they look like. And then you would you see them and then you'd be like, damn, now you go somewhere, you might run into 10 rappers today.
You know what? You're right.
You really might. You might run into 10 rappers today. Nowadays you say you're a rapper. It's like I've had situations where, you know, I might be talking to somebody, what do you do? I'll be like, I rap. Motherfucker. You feel me? And then it's like, once they look you up, then it's like, oh, okay. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, motherfuckers be like, oh, there's another rapper. Especially like in Atlanta or something like that. It's when I say it's 10 out of 10 niggas out there rap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It ain't even nothing special no more. It's kind of like a job.
Yeah.
Kind of like a regular career right now.
For sure. And this is the last one because you're saying a lot of shit and I like your responses, man. My bad. So when you think of a rapper that's the king of trap music, who's the first person that comes to your mind?
Man, I was going to say me right now, but you talking about now or then?
The trap god. Like, you know, it's 3 of them and then it's T.I.,
no,
Gucci.
T.I. don't count. I don't count T.I. at all.
Okay, so we're going to get back to that.
Gucci,
Jeezy, and Future, right?
No, I don't count Future as a trap rap. He wasn't really.
Okay.
He wasn't really. He you know, he wasn't in the detail You feel me? Like Jeezy Gucci was kind of in the detail. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A motherfucker listen to, you know what I'm saying, and be like, okay, he said to do this. Let me do this. How he said to do this, and you know what I'm saying? Kind of put it together. You know what I'm saying?
He going off the manual. Hey, you know what's so dope? I seen the twinkle in his eye when he said, "No, that ain't the trap."
I'd put Jay in there for sure.
Jay-Z?
Yeah, I put Jay in there. If I go back now and listen to some of the Jay that when I was a kid, and listen to it now, I understand a lot.
Yeah.
That I didn't understand what he was talking about back then as far as getting money, watches, cars, shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was saying a lot of stuff back then that I was just like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, definitely Jeezy, Gucci, and who else right now? I don't know. Fatboy Ross goes in that category a little bit. Definitely. Who else? I don't know. That's about it. But Jeezy and Gucci, I would say, is at the top of the totem pole.
But you said something that I want you to explain real quick before we get out of here, though.
When I said no T.I.?
Oh, so you know.
Yeah,
why would you say T.I. don't count?
Just because of some of the stuff he's had going on as far as legal allegations and stuff like that. I don't think came for him to be put in that situation or talked about in that way. I don't think they were handled the way they were supposed to.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? That's my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? They weren't handled the way I feel like a trap god would have handled it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So,
well,
yeah. I had a big homie in the pen. If he heard you was listening to T.I., he smashed your MP3.
Yeah.
Should
I say? Oh yeah.
So, you know, that's just my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? It don't hold too much water, but it is a cup. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
for sure. Man, well, thanks for coming out, man.
Man, appreciate you for having me, bro.
Man, for sure, man. And tell everybody where they can find you at.
Man, 1 YOWDA. Follow me if you need a reason to hate or some motivation. It's both of them on there. Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, TikTok. All of it's the same. Just put YOWDA on there and you're going to find me. See, that's how I know that you've been around, because you know how to answer questions. I asked one of my partners, I love this motherfucker. He ain't never been nowhere. We was sitting up there in the car. He said, yeah, man, that bitch harder, colder than Antarctica. So I had the motherfucker. So I had the motherfucker in here. Yeah. And, you know, I'm just trying to usher him out. I said, so tell people where they can find you at. Oh, man, shit, 37th. No, nigga, tell them your Instagram, nigga. Well, I'm Lawrence the One, also known LDs, for another episode of I Need to Know. And as usual, come on, you